What's up, fam? Welcome to another episode of Lust. Let us speak truth. I'm your host, Nick. We got the panel here. And today we're going to talk about, would you ever give the time of day to an unattractive person? But first, let me ask, what defines unattractive to y'all?
What defines unattractive to me is somebody with an ugly spirit, that's conscious or unconscious of their behavior, So that's very unattractive to me, and that's how I define my defining definition.
Okay. Tony B.
Why you gotta ask me second? Good grief. That's a broad question, you know what I mean? When you talk about
we're gonna get back to you because you got
I can give it to you though, you know what I mean? But my thought process kind of deep with that.
Okay, answer the question.
All right, well, we can have a list of things, first off, I guess would be a person's personality. You know what I mean? Like if their personality is just not on point from the kind of personality that I'm attracted to, that's definitely going to be something that's unattractive. And then, at this stage in my life right now, I really don't date outside of my race. So if you outside of my race, that's, I don't know if we can call it unattractive, but you ain't got the time of day.
Okay, so let me stop you real quick. How do you get to know their personality? If you just saw a girl on the block or at a club or a social event.
You talk to them. You talk to them. You have a conversation. That's when you know their personality. But if you don't even have the right, complexion for me to want to talk to, then it's just I'll just stop it before because I know it ain't going nowhere. Like I appreciate it. I'm flattered, but I'm not interested. You know what I mean? We're not even going into telling them why I'm not interested, but I'm just like, I'm not even interested. You know
so
what I mean?
If her appearance was unattractive, you would still go up to her and have a conversation off top?
I definitely will have a conversation because the conversation is just conversation. Sometimes you just got to know where to let a person know that, this is as far as it's going to go. You know what I mean? But I don't think
why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
So you mean to tell me that if an unattractive guy comes on, you wouldn't even have a conversation with him? You just immediately be like, I'm not interested?
I didn't say if he came up to me. I said, would you go up to that unattractive person?
Oh, I didn't catch that part. Nah, I ain't gonna go up to somebody if I don't think it's unattractive. I thought you meant they come and approach you, because that's usually how it happens. Typically, I could be wrong, but everybody on the panel, if somebody is typically unattractive, they usually approach you. You don't approach them, and that's where you're putting in the position of how to handle that,
not necessarily. Right? Let me not say that. I was gonna say, look at some folks from 94th back in the day. They were unattractive, but they danced their ass off. They had swag. Like I'm talking about the guys. Yeah.
So with that being said, that would make a female approach them. Is that what you're saying?
A female normally doesn't have to approach. We just give the look.
Okay, and then that look kind of gets them, and then that makes the guy come over, even if they're not really attracted.
That's what I'm asking. Would that guy come up and speak?
I mean, I can't speak for everybody else, but I know I wouldn't. You know what I mean? If I'm not interested like that, and it's not something that I'm attracted to, I don't see myself going and speaking.
Right. Okay.
You know what I mean? But like I said, I've had situations where women have approached me and just had small talk and then kind of see where it was going to go from there. And you just keep it small and you're good to go.
Right. Hi, how you doing? What you about? Deuces? No, I'm just playing. I'm playing.
I like to hear everybody else's defining definition.
Let's go, Trav.
Okay.
Hold on.
Get your popcorn.
Let me come to him last, Trav, because I know you got a long answer. Lanita, what defines unattractive to you?
Unattractive would be someone who is just not put together. Unattractive for me is someone that's not approachable. So I look at certain things when I look to see if somebody's attracted to me. So personality definitely goes into play. Personality.
But would you walk up to an unattractive man?
No.
It's wise.
I wouldn't walk up to an unattractive. I don't walk up to nobody. So I definitely wouldn't walk up to and somebody I'm not attracted to.
Would
Mhm.
you make eye contact, as she says, most women do?
To where they come up to you?
And
And smile.
unattract somebody that I'm not attracted to.
I mean, if look wise, they're unattractive. You don't know this person from Adam, but if they were
I mean, I
unattractive,
might give them a look.
and then
Because
if they,
sometimes what it is, sometimes too, is they may be unattractive, but they may be about something. So what happens is if they may be unattractive from the beginning, and then once you start to know somebody, or you actually get to conversate, then that person starts to become attractive to you based off of conversation.
right, right, okay, go ahead, Trav. Let me get my pop.
Every one of y'all are pussyfooting around the question completely. Y'all know what look good. Stop playing. First and foremost, you know what look good, and what is attractive for a woman to a man is not attractive for us. You guys are talking about different qualities that we don't care about. We want what's aesthetically pleasing to our eyes. Now that's whatever you like. Big breast, small breast,
That's
big
not
breast.
all men though. That's not all
Okay,
men.
Yeah,
80%. I
you
keep
can't
telling
say
you,
that everybody.
I speak for the Rockwilders. I do not speak for that dude to walk behind you.
I gotta stop you there, Trav. So 80% of the men like short with a big booty, or 80%.
No. I said
like light
whatever.
skinned, 80% dark.
No.
So there's a lot of categories there.
No. I'm
do
saying
you like them thick? Do you like
no.
them
I'm
skinny?
saying we
Do you
know
like them short?
beauty.
It's a lot to choose from. You can't say everybody. Everybody has.
But Tony, what I'm saying is you can look at a person generally and say they're attractive or unattractive, and there's a vast no. Okay, so is Halle Berry attractive to you?
Yeah, I think she's attractive.
Okay, so she's attractive across the board, is what I'm saying.
But you don't.
But I also
about a
think
real
Jill
life,
Scott
so that you've
is
seen her.
attractive, and some people don't think Jill Scott is attractive.
Man, her bone structure is aesthetically pleasing to the eye.
Who?
By most men, like
Who?
you said, Jill Scott, right?
Some people don't like. They say she's too big.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about her facial structure.
But you're looking at the whole thing. You're not looking at a person's face, though, right?
Well, what you want your kids to look like?
You know
They don't
what?
look like me because I got strong genes.
You know what? I don't appreciate the fact that Travis said that we are pussyfooting around, like our opinion does not matter.
That's not what I said. Answer the question directly,
Hold
Tanya. Tanya, answer the question directly.
Hold up. I don't appreciate you putting your values on everybody else.
Well, maybe my values higher than
Everybody
you.
don't think, listen, bro.
You got low
Everybody don't
values.
think like you. Everybody
Your
don't think
values
like
kind of
you.
low. Your
Why
values kind
the
of low.
fuck you?
You don't have no values.
You hear them buttons? Okay, look. My whole point is majority of folks go off of appearance. Number one, that's the first thing if they don't know them. Because like in the past conversations and our past podcast, when Trav was talking about fours, he would still do a 4 because he won't see them later, right?
No,
So-
you can't be seen with her.
Oh, my bad. So the 4s will never get the time or day in a relationship with you unless you literally get to know them. And how do you get to know them? By keep screwing that 4, not be seen on the outside world, but you're getting to know them because they come to your house and you go to their house, right? So if they're a 4 and then their personality is so bomb, would you ever see them outside with you? If the
Is
person, that's to you. Yeah, Trav,
maybe a piece.
your phone, you went out.
Yeah.
You got to get your life right. No, I'm just
You
playing.
know,
Get the video.
no, he probably would never get to know him because he don't talk. He don't talk and screw at the same time.
Well, what about, okay, let me ask everybody on the panel this.
Yes.
Does everybody on the panel have a preference?
I definitely have a preference, but I have dated people that I wasn't attracted to.
Same.
I have.
But even though you dated them,
Why-
that just wasn't your preference.
Why, ladies? Why?
Because looks go away eventually. It's the substance, what you can basically offer. It's
Mhm.
substance. It's more,
Mhm.
substance comes more than looks to me.
But even with that being said, everybody, I'm sure everybody on this panel has a certain type that is their type.
Hmm.
I do have
Right?
a type.
Yeah.
Yes. Everybody has a type.
For me,
So if
for me,
everybody's type is different, then you can't put everybody under the same umbrella as far as what they would like and what they would think is deemed as attractive,
Mhm.
for
right?
me, it depends. It really depends.
Why is the attractive people attractive across the board? Why is
No.
why? I don't understand that.
Say
No.
that again.
Certain attractive people are attractive across the board, whether they're white, whether they're black, whether they're Latino, whatever it is, they're attractive.
But not to everybody though. But not to everybody though.
Mhm.
You
Everybody
can
has
have a person
their
that you
own.
can okay. Listen to this. Listen to this. Like I know men that like short females. Now this woman could be 5'11" and pretty as I don't know what, but he just ain't gonna be feeling that because she's just a tall. He don't like tall. He likes short women. You see what I'm saying? So you can't even go with that. That's what I'm saying. So if you like short women, right? You like women that's 5'5", 5'6". This woman is 5'10", 5'11", maybe even 6 foot. Pretty as I don't know what. But you like, she too tall for me. There's people out there that's like that.
Absolutely.
Come on,
No, see, Tony, that's the
Well,
way.
this is the thing. I think Tony's talking more about
Preferences.
like what he's attracted to in a body.
But no, because I was going off of what Trav was saying. He said,
Okay, so but
certain people
Trav is talking about
Yeah.
he like for his females to be attractive in the face.
but that's still not the case though, because a person can be attractive in the face, but they might, like I said, they might be too tall.
But
Right.
and the reason I say this is because I look better than 80% of women, and I'm a man. So therefore,
Oh, hell no.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always
Tony, I look better than
lying?
you do.
Why the fuck you lying?
Tony,
Why you always lying?
Tony, I can shave my facial hair off and put your wig on. I look better than you.
Nigga, I ain't got a wig on. This is my hair.
Well, you bought it?
Oh.
It's my hair. I
Okay,
guess
look,
you come
look.
talk to me.
Wait, I hate Travis. Okay. Okay. So, truth be told, everybody can have difference of opinions in that subject, correct?
It's
I
true
remember
though.
one guy actually told me that he liked bigger girls. So he was like, I like you. I think you're dope, but I typically date bigger girls.
See?
And I was like, but I didn't take offense to that because I'm smaller. So I'm like, oh, okay, but we're still cool. But that was his type. That was his preference. He liked bigger girls.
And that's why what we're talking about is so subjective. I would talk to women sometimes, and some women be like, Shamar Moore, oh my God. And other people be like, Shamar Moore, I don't like them light, bright, damn near whites, but a Morris Chestnut, that's my, you know what I mean? Everybody has a different preference. So you can't put everybody under the same umbrella.
Them brothers attract women across the mass, though.
But some people everybody has a preference though. Everybody's not on that. I'm gonna take whatever. You don't think people have preferences?
They do, but I'm saying like it's certain people that it's certain features that attract across the mass is what I'm saying. Period.
So if a woman that wasn't in your preference of what you like approached you, right, but she was still what we would deem as attractive, you still would give her the time of day, even though that's really not what your preference is.
If she was aesthetically
if a woman, what they would call a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white woman, came up to you and people thought that she was this Pamela Anderson fine or whatever, would you be receptive of that?
Well, but see, here's the thing though. T, I have what I deem. It's a little different, but it's some beautiful white ladies. Period. It's some beautiful.
But the question was, would somebody deemed as a beautiful across the board, non-melanated white woman came up to you, wanted to date you, wanted to be your woman, how would you receive that? Because we're talking about somebody that's deemed as pretty, regardless if you white, black, Mexican, or whatever the case may be. It's just a beautiful person. Would you, Travis, would you be like, yeah, we can date? See, that
Let
answers
me-
the question
let me-
right there. That answers
No,
the question
no,
right
I'm-
there.
But
because I'm James Evans black. Like, so that's why it's gonna be
But-
difficult. I think it'll be difficult for
but what
a
you
woman
said,
to deal with me
you just got
outside
through
of.
saying, but you just got through saying that there's certain women and
That's
certain
true.
men that are
That's
attractive
true.
all the way across the board. So we're talking about a woman that's attractive all the way across the board with blonde hair and blue eyes.
Would I date her seriously? Is what
Yes.
you're saying.
yeah,
Yes. Would you give it? That's the giving somebody the time of day.
I probably would. I
That's
think
not an
she'll find
answer.
it hard for me. I probably would.
Nick, hit it.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I'm gonna give that to you. It sounds good, but you and I know you would not be seen in public with none of them.
Yeah, you can tell because he was very hesitant when he said it.
yeah.
Because
And then he used the word,
not
he
his
used the
thing.
word
It's nothing
probably.
wrong. It's nothing wrong with having your own personal preference, even though they might be the most beautiful, non-melanated person in the world. That's just not your thing. If that's not your thing, that's not your thing. So when it goes back to what it says subjective of what somebody deems as beautiful and not beautiful, because the finest white woman can come up to me and I'm flattered, but I'm good. That's just me. That's not saying
Right.
that they're ugly.
Right.
That's
But
just me.
have you ever
So-
dated
so-
outside you've dated outside your race before, Tony, right?
Yes, I'm from San Diego, California.
Okay.
I partaken in almost every shade of woman there is.
Nationality.
Shade,
You-
nationality, whatever you want to call it.
You dipped in every pool.
Pretty much, probably close to it. You know,
Hmm.
we talking about. I grew up in a city that was less than 7% melanated. So you know,
I'll say this in my experiences, and this is off the topic and we get back to it. There is some differences between our sisters and them, you know. So I would say, yeah, some differences.
and it's probably not your preference to start a family with somebody like. And I don't mean to go all the way there, but I'm just trying to prove a point of there's always a difference in what you would like and what you would deem attractive, and something can be. What you said is absolutely true. This person can be fine as I don't know what, all the way across the board for all different people, but that just don't work for you.
Can I ask a
That's
question?
just true.
What is the difference,
That's-
in y'all's opinion? What is the difference between a Black woman and other races? This is off topic, but I just want to hear your opinion on that.
I already know my answer, but I'll let Trav go ahead and give it.
My experiences.
Hmm.
And I was married to a Black woman. So let me say that first and foremost. And I got 3 Black.
You're out. You're out. Can't hear you.
They went out again. You want me to give my answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
So for me, I would say this. If you are a woman of color and you come up in this world, society, in this country, your life experience is going to be totally different than someone who is non-melanated. And for me, a woman that is melanated, y'all just have a certain, it's just a more of a drive. It's that I will not be broken regardless of what this world throws at me and what these, society throws at me. And that's very attractive to me.
Mm.
Women that are non-melanated, they just really don't have the experience. You know what I mean? They don't even have the same everyday life experiences that a woman of color does. You know what I mean? It's statistically proven that when a white woman goes missing in America, they go crazy over that. A Black woman go missing and they won't even make the news sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're talking about in the job world. We're talking about in every aspect of society. Black women have to always be more than, because that's just what it is. So to me, that's what about a Black woman is different than a non-melanated woman. And
Okay.
what's attractive to me, the strength of what y'all deal with every day, because what y'all deal with, no other woman in this world has to deal with.
Okay.
Women of color and every nationality. You know what I mean? You have darker skinned women that are Asian. You have darker skinned women that may be from Canada, that may be from wherever. There's darker skinned women everywhere.
Tony, what you just said, I mean, I got to ask you, that goes 2 ways, because them same sisters are uncooperative. Like, you're strong, and what are you strong for? Because a man like me, I don't need you to be strong, I need you to be feminine. So I don't really, I hear you, but that
Yeah.
don't work for me. I don't need you to be strong. I need you to be feminine.
Okay, but
Yeah.
what you're talking about is something they can't control, though.
Yes,
You
they
can't
can. Yes,
control.
they can.
You
So
can
if I, so let me ask you a question.
no. I gotta stop you there. You're not going to be able to control how people look
Being
at
feminine.
somebody. No, being black. Damn the feminine part. Being
So
black,
so
being a
so
black woman
so
or a
her
black
strength,
man in this country,
her
you're going to
strength
be
is
treated.
attached to her being black.
Yes, yes. Because if you're not, you're going to crumble. Just like
Why?
you as a
Why?
black man.
Why?
You as a black man have it different in this world than anybody else. Or am I wrong?
So when I come back to our personal space, I need for her to be feminine. I don't need another man in there. Me and you can live together and we can fight the world together. I don't need that.
Bro, all that you're talking about is all true and fine and dandy. But if you are a black woman or a black man in this country, your life experience is different than anybody else's, and you
I
have to put
agree.
up with more than anybody
I'm-
else's. So
I'm from
you
the
can't,
South. I get it.
but you can't dispel that. You can't make it seem like that's not a big deal that don't happen, because that happens even to you as a black man. Somebody
Yeah.
can't sit there and tell you that as a black man you got it no different than anybody else in this country.
No, I agree. I'm from the South. I get it. I get what you're
Yeah.
saying, and I agree.
So I'm not going to take that away from them
but our
just because they're a
sisters would
woman, but I'm gonna give that to us as a black man. You can't do that,
No,
bro.
no. I'm not taking it from them. I'm saying they've been handed something that they shouldn't have been handed. Them being strong shouldn't be their first thing. You give them and say, "I'm a black woman. I'm strong." I didn't ask you to be strong.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
Society
question.
does.
Let me ask you a question. Are
That's
white
the
women
where
strong?
you got the wrong. You grabbing the wrong coat. That coat too big for you.
Are white women strong?
They don't have to be.
I ain't side. Rest my case.
No,
That's
but the numbers say that they cooperate with their men.
What that got to do with them having to be strong or not?
Okay.
Okay,
You
let me
missing what I'm saying.
let me say
You missing
this.
what I'm saying.
Let me say this, you guys.
You know me, Trav. I'm B1 first. So what you're talking
I
about
get
don't
you.
really. Yeah. Cool. So my thing is what we go through as a people. We going through together, and I'm taking it together. I'm not finna never.
How are we going through it together when black women are the least married?
It don't matter if they're at least married or not. Even if they are married, they still deal with the same thing in society.
But our job is to protect. Your job as a man is to protect your woman or your wife.
So you mean to tell me a married black woman don't have to go through nothing when they go out in society?
Not if she marry a real man. Not the same
Come on,
thing.
Trav.
No,
Trav,
that's
you
not
can't change that.
accurate.
You can't
Stop
change.
giving
You
them.
can't-
Stop.
you
Stop
can't-
giving them dudes a pass. On
You
the
can't
serious
change the
stop
color. You
giving
can't
them
change the
weak
color of
dudes a
your.
pass.
You can't change the
Stop
color of
giving
your
them weak
skin,
dudes a
though, bro.
pass.
You can't change the color of your skin. You can't change
No,
the color
I'm
of
not
your
trying
skin.
to. I'm not trying to. But if me and my woman work together, we work together. We together. This is what we do. My job is to protect and provide.
In the house. But at the end of the day, she has to go outside without you. And you mean to tell me as a black woman, she's not going to have to deal with something different than a white woman going to have to deal with? Come on, bro. Let's be real now.
They're going to charge her
B1.
more. If you, I can't speak for other men, but if you my lady, I'm gonna eradicate a lot of that.
You can't.
Well, what he's saying, Travis, this is what he's saying.
You can't eradicate
what
what this country is built for us and what this country is built on. You can't eradicate that.
Right. And then when it comes to Black women and us having to be strong, we're raised different. Our society is different. Our environment is different. So me raising girls, I'm going to raise them as the double minority that they are. So they have to wear that extra coat in order for them to go out and be seen and be heard. They don't have to be rude. They don't have to be obnoxious. They don't have to be disrespectful. They can articulate their words and they can get their point across without having to be loud. And the thing with that is we were raised differently from other cultures. So when we're paired, when it comes to having a relationship with someone either attractive or unattractive, but when we're paired with that right person, then the feminine of us does come out. The submission of us does come out. That comes naturally, just like when we're mothers, being a mother comes naturally. So if you're paired right, I don't have to worry about being strong because I have my man to support me.
Let me say this real quick, Trav. No, let me give this to you, Trav. Let me give this to you, and this is gonna put my point across. Travis, would you consider your father a strong black man?
He froze.
You froze up. You froze
Okay,
up, Trav. We can't hear you.
I'm gonna say this. I'm black and
Okay, he
Italian.
back. Hold on, Trav. You hear what I said? Would you consider your father? Would you consider your father a strong black man?
He was a Rottweiler.
Okay, so in 1960 something, as a strong black man that provided for his family, as he was providing for his family, when he walked into a restaurant or a store and it said whites only, and he had to walk around in the back and walk in, do you think he still felt as strong and as a leader?
I get what you're saying. No, not at all. Not
See,
at all.
And what I'm talking about, that is the world that we live in. You can't change that, bro. I don't care how strong you are. Your wife is gonna look at you like, well, damn, he work, he do this, that, and other thing, but he can't get us in through the front door.
But you're talking about 1960. I feel you. But if you my lady, I keep saying there's certain things you ain't gonna have to worry about.
But there's certain things that you can't change as a black man.
Make it specific. See what you're talking about. What can I change?
If your wife is out, right, and the police decide to pull her over, right, and the police decide they want to trump up some charges and take her to jail, what can you do as a black man to stop that? Sandra Bland.
I understand. And
you always have to understand that with me, bro, you always have to understand. We as a people and what we're dealing with right now in this country, you can't dispel that. You can't make it seem like it's not a big deal. And we can't.
And I'm not.
You are when you say that, bro. You do that, bro. I don't like that.
Okay,
you can't make it seem like we don't have that problem because we have that problem.
No. I'm not saying that. And I'm not
I get everything that you're saying, but you just
and
have
I'm
to
not going to be insensitive.
What we deal with.
Right. We're gonna come back to this topic. We're gonna come back because it's getting a little heated in here. I understand what you're saying.
We good.
Yeah, I know. Because I'm
Me and Trav toasting, I'm passionate about what I'm passionate about, and Trav is passionate about what he passionate about.
No. I get what he's saying.
Listen,
I respect it.
Listen. What about the women? Okay, so let me take this back. I'm gonna feed off what you guys are talking about. So I'm Sicilian and black, right? My mama's white, Sicilian. She was the only one in our family that dated a black guy, right? Married a black man. So all the stuff that she had to go through, right? Because back then it was unheard of, just like you were saying, Tony, right? So as time goes by, my mom, love is not a color. That's how my mom always taught us growing up.
Which is BS,
but back in her time, my mom is in her 70s. So back in that time, love is not a color to her.
Okay. I'll give her that.
Right.
Okay.
And she's always been attracted to, a black man. Fast forward, my mom ended up being a single parent. Right. So I seen the strength of her instill things in me because, as we all know, my father was not around. He passed away when I was 17. So I learned everything that I know from my mother, Italian white woman. You know,
and what made her have to be strong is having kids that were mixed, correct?
Correct. Well, providing, being a single mom too. But
okay, but you still can't compare
it.
But you can't compare being a single white mom to being a single black mom.
Yeah, I didn't say that. But what I'm saying,
but you're saying the strength, and I get what you're saying, but
my mom's struggle was real because I witnessed it. That's the different. That's what I'm saying. My mom's struggle was different. Now, I don't want to say something out of character, but
it says called speak your truth. So speak your truth.
Absolutely. I think a lot of times as people get older, they understand better. Like younger generations, like our younger generations, what did the black women want? Like in our 94th Aero Squadron days and stuff like that, what did the women want?
Talk about as far as a relationship?
Yeah. What did they want?
I guess just that, a relationship, a man that they can be in a relationship that they can call their own, right?
Did they want a relationship or did they want to be taken care of? Did they want you to spend your money on them? Did they want you to get their nails done, their hair done? I'm just speaking from
Yeah,
our
once
generation.
again, that's a subjective, answer, because everybody is different. You can't say that everybody wanted the same thing.
That's true. I'm talking about club scene back in our day. You see,
You still can't say that everybody in that club wanted the same thing.
I didn't say everybody.
The
I'm just
You said what did they want?
80-20.
Yeah,
All right, Miss
okay,
Trav. All right,
okay,
Miss
but
Trav.
20.
but the thing about it is, if you do a survey, okay, back in those days, in their younger years, they were looking for, majority, not all, was looking for what many people call today, like maybe a sugar daddy, to getting those nails done, to get a car payment. That's what it was. Whatever way we look at it or we try to sugarcoat it, that's what it was.
We wanted to feel
You wanted a simp.
black. It's not even a simp, Trav. The problem is back then, Black women wanted to feel needed. We wanted to feel a part of. We wanted to feel accepted.
You
And
need,
so, you know what I mean? So, but back then it wasn't like that,
y'all need it today.
huh?
You all are needed today.
We know that, but does society know that?
Right. And then as our society matures, there's a different need. So as we get older and we're single and we're looking for a mate, whether attractive or unattractive, we're looking for companionship, partnership, we're looking for equality within that relationship. Prior to that, our morals were different, our values were different. We were looking for different things. We were looking to hang out, go to a kickback. They call it shebangs out here or whatever, but everybody wanted to be cuffed, like, okay, that's my guy, but there was no substance behind it.
Right.
But as you get older, we look for different things. And that's why when you get older, whether that person is attractive or not attractive, you give that person the opportunity or that person a chance to say, okay, what is this person about? Before I just I'm not gonna talk to them because they're unattractive.
I personally put an age.
That's a nice way of saying, I wasn't gonna give you no play back in the day, but I'll fool with you now because the pool done got small.
That is not.
Oh my goodness.
Look, truthfully, y'all, I put an age to it. So back in our 20s, of course, it was about the looks. We wanted to, ooh, he fine. Oh shit.
Yeah.
It was always about that. Now, 40 and up.
Yeah, because y'all don't hit the wall.
What the hell you mean? We hit the wall. Oh.
What does hit the wall mean, Trav?
What?
Say it again.
Yeah.
When you get to a certain age where you're in the same competition with women in their 20s, and you know very well you're in your 40s, you cannot compete with those young ladies because older men date them and marry them. So you will date somebody that you wouldn't have gave a chance in high school because he's still hiding in the bushes waiting on you.
How old is Halle Berry? How old is Halle Berry? How old is Halle Berry?
Halle Berry she cannot get one of them boys. Stop playing now.
One of what boys?
One of them. You think Odell Beckham is gonna marry Halle Berry? Hell no.
How do you know?
Ah!
He's married. Why would he?
I'm talking about fellas on his caliber. They not finna go get no old lady. Stop playing, y'all.
You better knock it off.
I'm being 100 with you.
Halle Berry looks
So
nice.
let me.
I mean, to be honest, like,
90% of-
it really depends on the guy because
No, it don't.
Yeah, it does. It depends on the guy because if a guy is looking for somebody that's 20, you're going to come with 20-year-old problems versus when a man is looking for a woman that is of some substance or a wholesome woman, you're not coming with 20-year-old problems or 20-year-old issues.
And I respect what you're saying, and I agree. Me personally, I would want an older woman, but most guys that are my age would prefer a lady in their late 20s or early 30s. If you've already been married.
And I think that has to be with control. I think that
No,
has a
no,
lot
no,
to
no,
do
no,
with
no,
the
no, no,
type
no,
of
no,
man
no, no.
and
You all have
how
preferences.
that relationship is controlled.
You all have, when you all have preferences, you say it's control if he wants that. That's his preference.
You have a
got,
shit.
you guys can say you want to. I don't date short men, fat men, bald men, men that don't have good jobs, but that's your preference. And you go, girl, and that's what we're doing. But when he says, I don't want no older woman, I want a 28-year-old, he's insecure. No, he's telling you what the scoreboard is.
I don't
So
think that he's insecure. I just think that when men date younger women, I think they're looking for something other than what an older woman or a more mature woman can provide. And
He
I
don't want
just,
what you can provide. He can pay his own bills. He don't need that. All he wants is you to be physically pleasing, to aesthetic to the eye, and do.
but how
point.
long, but
Get
really, let's think about it. So how long is that really gonna last though? Like, how long is that really gonna last? If that older man is just looking for somebody just to look good on his arm to be a trophy, that's not gonna last long. Because
so
Bodies
if
change.
mentally women mature quicker than men, right?
Mm-hmm.
that's what they say.
And most men, most women, I'm gonna ask the women on the panel, are you guys mostly attracted to older men?
I am.
I'm
Okay.
attracted to maturity, so
Well, okay. Younger people, younger men typically aren't going to be as mature as an older man.
Mm-hmm.
Can we agree with that? Or you think that there's some younger men out there that are going to be very mature as well?
I think there's some
I
younger men
agree.
that,
Tony,
to me, it depends on the background, how they were
So,
raised.
so we're going to talk majority wise. Do you think majority? Because even women that are in high school tend to like men that were out of high school, that more mature because they felt like the mindset that we were in high school just wasn't the mindset that they were in.
Right.
Like women typically are ready to settle down and be in a relationship before us. In our 20s, we ain't think the marriage. Are you crazy? Shoot, I got a whole lot of stuff to be doing. You see what I'm saying? So why is it that women tend to want to be married down and settled in their 20s, and men, we just want to have our fun and do what we're gonna do?
Are you
Well,
asking that?
Well, some women
is
in their
that-
20s, if they want to get married to an older man, it's security for them in their mind because they're young-minded.
I mean, we men have the mindset of we want to conquer. So the more women that we can conquer, it works better for us than one to settle down and kind of shutting all that off.
Tony,
No?
so you're talking about the younger men, right, in their 20s, okay, opposed to an older man. But let me ask you a question. How do older gentlemen think? Because I have met some older gentlemen that are some bugaboos. Just mentality just wasn't there. They was all over the place. So tell me how, from your perspective, how do an older man think?
I mean, once again, we can't put everybody under the same umbrella. Everybody thinks differently. But I would have to say that once you get to a certain age, there's a certain amount of wisdom that you should have accumulated to make you more wiser and more mature as a man when you get into your 30s and 40s. Because I can say to myself, I'm 52 years old, about to be 52 years old, and every 5 to 10 years, I feel like a huge gradual just advancement in the way I think, in my mentality, in my wisdom, and my maturity. It comes, but it just comes over time.
Let me ask you a question, Tony. Being your age, what age limit would you date that's attractive to you?
Nothing under 40.
Nothing under 40.
And even that's kind of pushing it, because I'm a type of person that says I need to be able to have somebody that can relate to my conversation, can relate to my life experiences and all that. And if you 20-something, 37 years old, you have no idea. I'm a totally different. I'm a 70s, 80s baby. And if you can't relate to some of that in my upbringing and what I'm familiar with, it really ain't going. It's all going to be some more plastic. And some people are cool with that. They cool with the plastic. They cool with having that little eye candy on their arm and all that and being out in public. This look good, but when y'all get home, they talking about twerking and you talking about two-stepping. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just a whole different mentality. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. So I need somebody that can relate to my my upbringing and my maturity level. So that, I mean, that's just me though.
Right.
Some people are okay with not having that. I need that though.
And what about you, Trav? What's your age limit, dating wise?
I'm 44,
44.
so I wouldn't date a lady under 35. Seriously,
35.
I would.
Okay.
I would, because you know, what I mean, I'm just like Tony said, I'm somewhere else. So if you couldn't relate to that, I've got a rule, me personally. Anything over 2 graduating classes and a graduating class, 4 years. It's 4 years. It takes 4 years for a 9th grader to go through. So that'd be 8 years. So 8 years would be at the most that I would go in the opposite direction.
Let me
That'd
ask,
be it.
if a 32-year-old woman or a 30-year-old woman came up to y'all and she was attractive, she had her shit going on, she had great conversation, and Tony, you're saying no, but you don't know. What if she lied about her age?
I can tell.
Well, I'm gonna find out anyway.
You can tell. You can tell by the conversation.
I'm gonna find out anyway. I'm gonna find out
Yeah.
anyway. Because when you go to sleep, I'm gonna look at your license in your purse. So I'm gonna find out.
So
What
you
if
gonna go
she hides
somebody first? Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna find out. Because Tanya, if you was in the room with me, you gonna be snoring loud. So I know you gonna be older. So I'm gonna have to look at your
I
license
can't fit
and
in
see.
you.
Oh,
You gonna be sawing wood and snoring so loud. I'm gonna have to find out what's going on. And I said, oh, okay, I see what it is. She ain't take a Geritol, so I know what's going on. It's all good.
Okay.
so I'm gonna say this.
I'll say
There
Gerald.
is there. I
Well,
do believe that there is such a thing as an old soul, though. I will say that.
Right.
I
There
agree.
is-
I agree.
There's
All jokes
people that have
aside.
an old soul.
So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, because I've known several. I've known.
I just haven't. I just haven't
Yeah.
met none. I said I believe in it, but I just haven't met none.
But ladies, if
Gotcha.
he's younger than you by a substantial amount of years, and I've watched this my whole life, he's gonna leave you at some point. It's not gonna work. I'm trying to tell you. I hate to say it. I know y'all don't believe that, but if you are in your 40s and you still look good, and you get a guy in his early 30s,
But
when
what if
you
they're
get about
attracted to their personality? You can't say that, Trav.
men ain't worried about no personality.
That's
I
bullshit.
totally
No,
disagree
you're
with
not no
that.
man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
Stop
I totally
that.
disagree with that. Yeah, no.
I know
Yeah,
you
no.
would because you're not a man.
Yeah, no.
Lying.
Yeah, no.
Why you always lying?
Yeah. Yeah, there have been some very successful
I
marriages
understand. I
and
understand.
relationships.
I understand, Trav, what you've experienced or what you've known or what you.
Ain't no man gonna go home after a date with you. Say, I just love her personality. He's not.
No, I'm not saying just that. Let's say you're talking about younger, right?
No, I mean,
Talking about a younger
of
female.
course, you got to be able to have conversation. Those things truly matter.
Hmm.
But from the start,
Correct.
if he's gonna look at you and he's gonna have to be, it's gonna have to be something there.
Right, but how do you know if there's something there?
You gotta sit down and you gotta talk then.
How do you talk if she's unattractive, look wise?
Oh, you talking about wait a minute. You talking about an unattractive woman?
Yeah.
Well,
let's say she had a cute smile, and let's say her body wasn't up to par in your lane, but she had a cute face.
that's tough.
What a
That's
face.
tough, Nick. That's tough, Nick. And I'm gonna tell you why that's tough. Because for me, and I might get some flack on what I'm finna say, but I'm gonna say it.
You get flack in the episode. Go ahead.
That's a regular. Go ahead, I'll give it to him.
Yeah, that's
Um,
right.
It's more insulting for an unattractive woman to try to talk to me than for a pretty woman to tell me she don't want to deal with me. I feel it's an insult. Like that boy, that's Captain America, the white dude. Lizzo inboxed him and wanted to holler at him. And he laughed it off. And rightfully so. Why did she feel that it was okay to do that?
Because she's
And I would have felt the same. I said, what?
she's confident in her.
What that mean? What that meme
You
say?
can't go to a Ferrari shop with Honda money.
Have y'all seen that meme? They said before you go on my inbox and DM me, look at yourself and look at me, and make sure it makes sense. Y'all seen that meme?
I
No,
haven't
I
seen that,
haven't
but
seen it.
that's what I'm saying. That's based off looks. Okay, look. Speaking of Lizzo, okay. Let's say she was a millionaire. She's confident. She has a pretty face. She's a bigger woman. Would you get to know her? Would you take the time to get to know her and possibly date her?
I'm gonna keep on working.
Tony,
Oh, really? Wow.
Tony,
First of all, I don't even know about the personality myself, so I don't know if I can get past that part of it. Her personality doesn't really seem like it would be on the level of what I would.
but what if
deem
it
attractive.
was? But what if it was? What if her level of personality was on, what if she was on your level, personality wise? She was a big woman with a pretty face. Would you give her the time?
Okay. With that being said, if she was on my level,
Mhm.
that would mean that when I would have conversations with her about health and about be able to be around and knowing what's healthy for you body wise and what's healthy with you not, that would mean that she would be okay with, getting in some type of shape, not like, she's in right now, because she doesn't seem to be in the type of shape. And I'm not gonna want to say, because I'm not in the greatest shape myself, but I have no
That
problem
even
going
be a
to the gym.
topic? Why would that even be an initial topic with her?
Because you just got through saying if she was somebody that thought like me, and like, if that means she thought that means we had that conversation and she was agreeing upon that. So
Okay.
yes,
It's
you know
a
what I mean.
topic.
He's
That's
not
my.
attracted to her
A
though.
big woman.
Huh?
He's not attracted. You wouldn't be attracted to her
He
though.
don't want no big woman.
Yeah,
But
he's
if
not
I'm not,
attracted.
but if
You
I'm
would-
not, if
you
I'm
wouldn't
not
want
initially
Jill Scott?
attracted to
You wouldn't want Jill Scott? Not you,
Jill Scott,
Tony. I know you would,
I'm gonna
Tony.
say, I'll marry Jill Scott, boy.
Trav, you wouldn't
Get
date
it.
Jill Scott?
Of course, well, my features and her features, we got beautiful children, so of course.
So you're so hypocritical.
about
You
her
need to just
kids.
shut the hell up.
I didn't say no. Lizzo, let me tell you something. If Lizzo had Jill Scott's body, she'd take her body and run off in the woods, and Jill Scott will never get her body back. They ain't got the same type of bodies.
You,
I hate you. Oh my God.
Speak your
Being
truth.
hypothetical. Okay. Y'all. Oh my God. I don't even know what to say on that. I have to do that.
so Travis,
Ma'am.
so you have a stipulation, right? So, or is it fair to say, or what I'm hearing is that you are attracted to physical beauty rather than intellectual beauty?
I don't care nothing about you having no PhD and no plaques on no wall. I want you to look good and talk good and act right. What you talking about?
Ooh.
And
No,
that-
you don't. I
and
didn't
that's
say you could
because
be a
he's
complete
the-
individual.
Okay, look, let me ask you this, Trav. You
Ma'am,
get a physically beautiful woman. She's attractive. She's everything, right?
right.
You guys are together for 10 years.
Right.
No kids together. You guys got together and you're dating. I won't say 10 years. I'll say 5 years.
Okay.
And she gets a little plump. You go.
Oh no. Let me put that as a disclaimer. I'm not talking about obesity. Listen, if you gain weight, we'll work out together.
I'll be right back.
If you gain weight, we're gonna work out together. But don't think you off the hook. I'm still gonna get that thing if you overweight or not. I don't care nothing about that.
See,
So, go ahead, Tony.
no, I'm saying he's about to lie again. Go ahead, Tony B.
I was gonna say this. So, being a person that I like to hit the gym, I like to go work out. You know what I mean? I like to look good or whatever. That's kind of part of a conversation with a woman. While we're talking to get to know each other. You like to work out? Yeah, okay. We definitely, we can go work out together and go to the gym. That's even kind of romantic to me. But if she say no, then I might be like, I don't know. I mean, because it's certain things and qualities that you're looking for in a person. You see what I'm saying? But if you line up in that area and they say, come on, let's go to the gym and go work out. Because when you in shape, them actions in the bedroom and the intimacy be on a whole little different level because you in shape.
So
Your cardio is on point.
do you feel that if she was out of shape, that she wouldn't be able to handle herself sexually in the bedroom? Is that what you all are looking at?
No, we won't.
Absolutely.
on?
Absolutely. Because I'm the same way. If I'm not in shape, I ain't gonna be able to handle myself in the bedroom either. So let's keep it 1,000. It's a known fact that if you're in better shape and you work out, in your intimacy is on a different level. That's just a known fact for
That's
male and
stamina.
female. Yeah. So I'm not
I
gonna make it
agree.
seem like she ain't got to be, and I mean I ain't got to be, and she got to be. No, we both got to be on point if that's important to us. But once again, if that's not important to us, then we don't care about that. We're gonna sit there and eat Big Macs and watch Netflix all night long.
So, so let me ask a question. What does it mean to be physically in shape far as having sex? I mean, you want to be able to flip her?
No, Johnny, let me answer that. No, he's saying if the weight off, and this is not all, but he want to make sure that our personal hygiene is in order too with that, because
That goes without saying, though.
he don't want to see, he trying to be nice. I'm gonna tell you.
So
what
you're
the
basically saying if they were heavy set, they stink.
No, well,
Uh-uh.
Oh,
Butthead. We're gonna go there. I think that's demeaning to a woman. Saying
let me tell you
every
something.
heavy set woman.
yes.
I'm gonna tell you what's more demeaning: to give yourself to some.
That's why.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Okay, I know we're getting tired of that button because it's been used way too much with Trav. Y'all, like, you don't think healthy relationships share values, not physical features?
That's what I was saying earlier.
That's subjective, though. To some people, it's not. Some people, they don't care about the physical. All they care about is the mental, and that's nothing wrong with that. You
And
have to. I always say that you have to be
physical
compatible.
change, physical changes.
No, but it has to be compatible. If physical fitness and all that is not important to you, and physical and fitness is not important like that to your mate, then it's good. Y'all good.
That
Right.
It goes with compatibility.
that only matters
But it
when
has to be at least, I think, Tony, what you're saying, at least it has to be something that both of those individuals are interested in, whether the beauty of the out, whatever it is. It has to be,
Compatibility.
right,
Yes.
got you.
Yes.
Look, and we're not done here, but I'm gonna stop recording. And in closing, I'm gonna say, ladies, fuck what these dudes are saying. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Keep on down the same road.
No, ladies, truth be told, it's not about the physical appearance. It's about your don't listen, trust,
Okay.
one
All
love.
depending on who you're dealing with.
Stay on them girls trips with your girlfriends by yourself.
Holla at your girl.